They can watch it. All right. So another official welcome. Thank you everyone for joining for this amazing masterclass together with Vaclav, one of our top affiliates. And we will not only announce the big reveal of our affiliate challenge and who won the challenge this time, but we'll also learn from Vaclav's learnings on how he built his personal brand, like in literally a record time. It's super impressive of like how you've built your personal brand, how you produce content, and we are super happy that you found Scripe along the way and that you have been one of our amazing power users. So quickly on what we are going to go today. We have a quick welcome. That's what we already did. Then we will have a quick set of introductions. Then we'll dive a bit deeper into your workflow, Vaclav, and get some of your insights and insider tips. Then we'll move over to a fireside chat with a Q&A, also from you guys. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and we will either cover them in a second, or maybe also some questions are already answered along the way, but just drop them in the chat already. So we'll have some good questions for later as well. And then of course, stay until the end to see who were our amazing winners. Any questions before we start? Vaclav, are you ready? Nicole, are you ready?
I am ready.
Fantastic. All right. So to give you a quick idea of who I am, I'm one of the co-founders and the CMO of Scripe. And for the people who are active Scripers in here, you might have received lots of emails from me or saw some of my videos in the WhatsApp chat. And that's also what I am most passionate about. I love to see your stories and to read your stories and to do everything that you can use Scripe in the best way and that you can share your story with the world, because that's where I come from. I studied journalism. I've been an influencer since I was 15, and I'm just so passionate about great stories. And I've seen firsthand after I built my first startup how people telling the right stories can have such a big impact. I grew my user base there to like 40K users just by leveraging my personal brand. And when I realized that potential of people trust people, not brands, I also realized it's not so easy for everyone to create those stories. And it's super easy to build that trust if you're not like a natural storyteller or you're just very busy like everyone is. So the idea of not just me and the mission of me and my co-founders was to create a solution that enables everyone to share their stories across the world. And that's basically the idea of Scripe. So if you're not a Scriper yet, our mission is to make content creation as easy as talking to a friend. So Scripe should be your best content buddy and make it possible that you can create posts that are not only reaching the right audience, but are also working on the platform that you chose, in this case, LinkedIn. And to just show you quickly what Scripe is for the ones who don't use it yet, a very, very quick overview. We analyze tons of posts. We currently have like 1 million of viral posts in our database. So we know what actually works on a platform. But then the personalized part comes with Scripe being connected to your LinkedIn account and you uploading everything that you have. So from voice memos to your websites to everything that Scripe learns more about you. So it can help you to create posts that really sound like you. And my favorite part is, for example, uploading spontaneous voice notes or podcasts, which are then turned into posts that really work for my audience and that reach the right audience. So it's not just random posting, but it's actually impactful content that makes our business grow. That's a very quick overview of Scripe, but I think everyone is already a Scriper here, so I don't want to bore you with that stuff. But I'm also super happy to introduce Nicole, our powerhouse. She has been with us for a very long time, since day one, actually. And she's our creator and partnerships lead and also leading the Scripe Affiliate Challenge. So maybe, Nicole, a quick intro from you so people also not only see your messages, but also get a face.
Yeah, actually, this is my first
webinar, like first public apparition to all of you. So that is pretty exciting. And yeah, I've been working with creators and brands for a while now. I'm a creator myself. So along with Carmen, I run all of the creator campaigns on LinkedIn, among some other pretty exciting things behind the scenes as well. And I'm also super excited to be here with you today because we have a very special guest. And Vaclav will be introducing himself. And if you could tell us a little bit about yourself now for us.
You are muted
Wow.
now. Still muted? Wait.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Yes. Hello, guys. Hello, everywhere. Namaste to India. Boa tarde. Wow, we don't have boa tarde yet to Brazil. So I'm Vaclav Sulista. I'm chemist by first education. I had a pretty great career in the corporate world in Novartis. I'm born and raised in Czechia and came to Switzerland in 1990. If I would tell you my love story with my Swiss wife, it would take us 30 minutes because this is a story for a movie for Hollywood. So I'm going to skip it. We got married 2 days after the fall of the Berlin Wall. Then the regime collapsed in my homeland and I could come to Switzerland, build career here without wanting to making a career. So I was very successful in the corporate world, but mostly I hated my job. And I was there only because of the golden handcuffs. And at the end, I developed a severe depression, decided to leave the corporate world and started my business. So for 7 years, I'm an independent career and business consultant. And in the diplomatic side job, I'm Honorary Consul of my homeland. That's why you see a picture of the Czech president behind me on the wall. Yeah, I'm still happily married with the same ladies, 3 adult daughters, double grandfather of 2 amazing granddaughters. And in my free time, I play ice hockey as a goaltender. And for US guys, I'm fan of New York Rangers. So if there are some Boston fans, sorry for that. But Pasternak is good. So that's it. So that's me in a nutshell. I have started to use LinkedIn actively 6 years ago. And I did a lot of content already, and this was amazing. Then to discover something like Scripe, which brings the entire content creation in a complete different level. And after 6 years of posting, suddenly everybody's freaking out how great is my content. So that's like really miracle. So really, I'm posting for 6 years. Yes, for sure, there is a sound foundation. But I never had such a quick growth in followers. And
Hey, how are you doing?
Sorry. Stop.
yeah, we can do it and then in the Q&A. And I'm saving hours every week by using Scripe. And suddenly, after so many years of creating content, people, oh, Václav, your content is so authentic and so great, and I would love to work with you. So at the moment, I'm already thinking that I will shut off all others advertisement like Google pay-per-click and rely on LinkedIn only. And I don't have a lead magnet and nothing yet. All the people are coming through LinkedIn and then through propaganda. The one person tells the other person and then so on. So this is completely unexpected, but a fantastic result. So that's short about my person. Yes, and I'm the person who brought Czechia instead of the Czech Republic on Google Maps. So if you see Czechia or in your native language on Google Maps, it was me who organized this for Google, because I'm the same way probably you wouldn't say, Carmen, that you are from the Swiss Confederation, but you would say from Switzerland. And Nicole wouldn't say she's from Federative Republic Brazil, but Brazil. So that's why it's Czechia, the Czech Republic, and it's logical. So that's my hobby and my passion. That's it. What now?
That sounds like an impressive. I didn't know everything about you. I knew some of it, but I was when we first chatted and when I first looked at your post, I was just impressed how much energy you have in all those different sectors, and you just explained it very well, like in how many hats you wear, but also how you somehow manage to unite all of those hats in your personal brand, because you're just very, very authentic as you speak today in your posts. And I also brought some of your best performing posts, or also the posts that you sent over to me, so just people get a little bit of an idea on like what topics you post. But before we go a bit more into your topics and what you share right now, I want to go back for a second, like to those 6 years, or like go back 6 years, and wanted to ask you, what was your key motivation to give LinkedIn a try anyhow? Was it just a thing that you thought like, why not try? Or what was your initial driver that that made you start and that also kept you going?
I was on LinkedIn like the typical user for ages. I don't know, 2007 or something like that, but I never used it. It was like that typical digital business card. When I started my business, then I realized LinkedIn is a platform where you need to be present if you would like to promote your business. And then I started to take LinkedIn seriously. I had an amazing coach from the US, and he taught me the first tips and tricks, how to set up an attractive headline, how to do about section and all this kind of stuff. Because I first thought that I will prepare people for job interviews only. I quickly realized that the market is too small for that, and I need to have a little bit bigger funnel. And not many people need to be prepared for job interviews. Almost everyone loves to have a neat LinkedIn profile. So, and then I started to focus on LinkedIn. And 6 years ago, I was sitting in the same chair in another office, and I was telling, no, I don't want to create content. And my coach say, Vaclav, sorry, but if you need success on LinkedIn, you need to create content. And I say, no, I was searching for every excuse I could find. I type only very slowly with 2 fingers. And who would be interested in the stuff I'm going to post and so on? And he told me, hey, Václav, come on, don't tell me that after 25 years of leadership experience in the pharma industry, you don't have nothing to say, no experience. I say, yeah, probably yes. So I started to scratch my bald head and started to create the first content. Yeah. And if I look at it today, I love myself to death because the content was so stupid and so, zero outreach, the typical stuff. Yeah, and then I learned it step by step, write an article, later set up my newsletter, and so on and so on. So this was the driver, basically, yeah, find new customers on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn was never a resource of clients until I start to use Scripe. Never before. And I had already thousands of followers and I don't know, 35 articles written in the newsletter. I don't know how many hundreds of posts. Almost never a client came through LinkedIn. It was all coming through Google pay-per-click.
So I'm very happy that you had the coach and that kick in the ass that he gave you to create content. So when you say that your approach to content changed since you're using Scribe, maybe you can show us a little bit in those 2 post examples that we have here, what has changed since you use Scribe and how you, for example, created those posts, or what was your approach to those posts?
Posting. I have a list in my mobile phone, and there I write and type all ideas which I have in my head. That's the reason I never run out of ideas. So I write everything down. What could be a post? What could be article? My philosophy is go a little bit more in depth in the article, and the post is basically keeping the discussion ongoing. So the hard-coded know-how, I share everything in my articles, and posts are more for the broader audience. And then I take it mostly, what I use the most, I use the voice. Then I go to Scripe and set up the voice memo and talk to Scripe, and Scribe writes it. Then I got like 6, 9 different hooks and different posts. Then I click through those, look the one which fits me the most. Sometimes I find you something, sometimes I find you almost nothing. And the post is done. Yeah, and I love the AI generation as well. So I can generate, I trained my Scribe with professional photographer pictures, and a lot of time.
That's what we'll look at in a second.
Yeah, a lot of time I'm using those pictures. And what I learned recently, that there is no difference with the AI generated pictures and selfies. In the past, selfies had much bigger outreach. It changed now. I would say I have now the same, if not better, outreach with AI generated images of my face. My daughter tells me you look cringe, Dad, but that's okay. I developed the mindset of a person that I really don't care what you think about my content.
I think that's a very important part as well.
Yeah, but it took me some years.
And to not overthink it. And I really feel that you're in a great example there, because I feel like so many people think of, oh, what could people think, or people from like my student days or whatever. And it's just people don't care and they will forget. And if they care, they're probably just jealous that you do it and they don't care to do it. So as long as you stay yourself, I think, and that's what you show very, very, very nicely, your content will be on a very good path. But also what you mentioned, and that's what I actually wanted to, before we go into Scripe, highlight, is what I can see in your posts is that you always write it for your target audience. So you document your day and you document what you do on a daily basis, but it's very much about making it valuable for your target audience. So I think you have a very clear understanding of your ICP, right? Could you maybe explain a little bit on how you got to that clear person that you write the posts for?
I made the typical mistake, as everyone in the beginning, you would like to embrace the whole world. Exactly. I'm here from everyone. I'm the fantastic career consultant and everyone should come to me, whatever it is. And again, I met another person and he told me, hey, come on, you cannot do it like that. It will never work. And since the moment I distilled it down, I'm the pharma and supply chain career consultant in Switzerland. Then I narrowed it down very nicely. And now if you enter in Google Pharma Job Switzerland, you find me. So that's it. And from the moment onwards, I say, okay, this is the ICP, and I need to write about the pain points of those people, because in the past I used to use LinkedIn as my personal blog. Whatever came to my mind, I simply posted it until someone told me, Václav, nobody, I think it was Robert Heineken, nobody cares about what are your values or who you are and what is your whatever sports and hobbies, unless people accept you as an expert in which means deliver value, and 9 of 10 posts should be something where people really learn something out of it. So tips and tricks for jobs interviews, tips and tricks for LinkedIn, networking, and all this kind of stuff. And
yeah, because this is what your target audience is interested in. So now I think that was just a very important foundation before we now go into Scripe. So before you share again, could you reload your page quickly? And then we can start sharing.
Reloading my page. Okay, yes. Good, and all good. So I share again. Tack.
Perfect. All right. Now you could share, or you can just maybe guide us through how you also manage your drafts and how you create the first posts, and just how you, when you go to Scripe, how much are you using it actually? Are you using it on a daily basis?
Daily. Yeah, absolutely. I'm using Scripe daily. Maybe I will tell you my favorites first. But what I love the most is the knowledge base. And I don't know why is the learn status 111%, but that's okay. Maybe because 11 is our lucky number. That's maybe the reason. So this I love really the most. Edit the knowledge text file, because I created already so much content in the past that I took all my old articles, uploaded them there as text. I uploaded all my YouTube videos, which I already have. I uploaded my website. And so there is the knowledge base. So let's have a look at the knowledge base. And here are all the knowledges. Yes. And Petra, as you see, I even uploaded our Let's Talk Conflict, our audio recording, and a lot of text. So this is really, I would say this is what makes really the difference. I've seen a lot of system, all sort up, EasyGen, and if I look at them today, it looks like I'm an archaeologist and I'm digging something out, in Egypt, 5,000 years old software. It looks so boring and so stupid, so not user-friendly. So knowledge base is amazing. Mostly I create posts this way that generate from voice. This is my favorite one. I have some idea which I noted down, and then I make a 25 seconds, 30 seconds memo. And here we go. Generate from text, I use a lot. File to content, I used to do a lot, but I have already, I think, uploaded everything I had. YouTube content is very, very cool if you find something, a video which is inspiring you about career consulting. So that's great. And content interview, I'm using pretty lot as well. But I would say mostly is generate from voice and from text, then comes content interviews, and then all the others. So that's the way I go about it. And so here are the uploads and here are the posts. I mostly delete all the posts which I already posted, so I don't mess it up with them. And for example, this one I could delete because this was already posted. So that's I go and I delete the post. The way I mostly post, I almost never post directly from Scripe.
Mm-hmm.
I all the time.
Or is it just probably not in your workflow? So
I'm used to post through LinkedIn, so I do all the time copy to clipboard, and I bring it to LinkedIn. I download the picture which I created here and paste it as well. But I used to schedule a lot when I was on vacation. Then I scheduled perfectly nicely 3 very nice posts, and the outreach was not that high as it would be a direct posted through LinkedIn, but it worked very well.
Oh, so good. Like now we got a lot of your best practice features. Maybe I also want to open it up for the audience if someone has like specific questions on how to use certain features and to get Václav's take on it. So if you have a question, just feel free to raise your hand or put it into the chat.
Yeah. And
so I had a question.
Go on. Oh yeah.
Hi, Ibrahim.
Hi, how are you? I was wondering, in terms of the content interview, I really like that feature. And do you, how do you come up with your agenda for the interview? And then what do you take from that?
I am doing mostly the short one because the short version is already good enough. And I am trying to set up like a schedule an hour for content creation on LinkedIn. But mostly after hour, I have so much content that I'm done for 2 weeks. So it's basically a no-brainer when it's, weather is ugly, it's raining, you're sitting at home on Saturday. So let's jump in and let's do this. And this is it. So it's so completely integrated now into my daily work that it's a part of me after 3 months or something like that. It's crazy.
So you have your Scripe blocker on Saturday afternoon?
Mostly, yes. And I block as well by default blocks on my private calendar through the day. So but mornings, fitness, over lunch break. And sometimes I create Scripe content over lunch when I grab only a sandwich, then I do some Scripe. So I all the time place Scribe something into my blocked. And if, for example, a customer is deleting short-term the date, which happens, so then I take this and do it as well. But I am so quick that it basically doesn't fill anymore too much of my calendar. It's crazy.
I mean, that's great. And you have like spontaneous ideas as well. Maybe on the content interview, like based on your question, the cool thing on the content interview feature is that you don't have to come up with the questions. It generates them it generates topics based on your previous posts, and then you just start talking and it will ask you back if it feels like it needs some more information there. So example, if you are talking about a recent report that you read and you were mentioning it, then the interview feature will like maybe ask you, hey, can you share a bit more about that report if that's a relevant thing? So I would suggest to just don't overthink too much before you start, just start talking and then let's see what comes out.
Exactly. We had really funny encounters because I tried to train the AI that she pronounced my name correctly. And it was all very well, Vaclav. And then again, I said, no, it's Václav, it's not Vaclav. And once time I bring it to her that she was talking to me beautifully, Václav. Next session was Vaclav again. So I gave up.
We'll get there.
I have an easy saying, if you would like to get your first name pronounced correctly, stay at home. It's very easy. It's easy with Carmen and Nicole. Probably you cannot do it wrong. But my first name has created a lot of my favorite anecdote is in a young lady in a Swiss cantonal bank. She combined the German pronunciation with the Romanic one and pronounced my name as Vaclav. So Vaclav is the winner.
Fantastic. It's also a good post. We can take that as a
Yeah,
poll.
it could be,
So-
no, no.
We also have a question from Michael. That's, I think, an interesting one. How do you decide if a post is ready to publish?
You know, if you have an ADHD brain like me, I don't decide that much. And again, it's overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
Everything what I produced on Scripe, even if I would take it the way it came out, it would never be stupid. Never. It was all the time minimum okay. And I look at it. Sometimes I delete few sentences when I think it's like redundant. I tone it down a little bit because I don't like this overdone, you know, blatant blah, blah. It need to be like a little bit sober. I create it, look at it, I'm done in 2 minutes. I don't think too much. Because don't think, because if you think too much, you just wasting time on nothing. Again, the people don't never evaluate it with the same scrutiny as you do. Simply let it go, because Scribe does a really excellent job. But
Yeah.
I'm really special on that, and I'm telling the same to my customers. Maximum 15% of your followers will see that you have published something. So why worry? People say, oh, I'm going to publish something. People are going to see it and they will think I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's the risk of the situation. So accept it. Today, I have the mindset, I don't care at all. It's just here you take it or leave it. I don't care.
And the funny thing is now they care and they
they care. And so you do really, you're working your butt off for 6 years and suddenly, oh, Václav, such authentic content. And I tell people, yeah, that's Scripe. It's me, because it was trained with my own, but even before the knowledge base was there, it was already great. And the development of the tool is fantastic. So what I see here, the way you treat it, the way you develop further functionalities, and that's why you wanted to me that I reload the page again. Maybe you would like to show it later. So that's good. So there are a lot
coming soon. So
lot of good stuff coming, guys.
For the ones who've seen this, who saw the sneak peek, we're just not allowed to show too much yet, but we are developing a very cool feature, or actually a new version of the whole content creation.
Yeah, I tested it and I can really say that it's great.
You will see it very soon. So it's going to be out very soon. And for the one, like Vaclav is one of our testers there. So if you're interested at any point to also become one of our early testers, just reach out to us via hello@scripe.io, and then we will be very happy to get more testers there. So there's a little bit of commitment because you have to give us feedback. But aside from that, it's a very cool thing to be in that group. So just wanted to mention that as well. Now, aside from Scripe and aside from, I think, the important mindset that you have mentioned a couple of times, what would you say is your approach to community management, and how active are you on LinkedIn with interacting and sending connection requests?
It's the opposite way now. I almost stopped sending out connection requests because I've been approached by so many people now that the followers are growing, the connections are growing. Yes, where I do it, I call it the so-called triple harvesting. So if I look, last week I had no time at all to do anything about it. But I look who is watching my profile. Let's see if there is an interesting person. I ask for connections. Thanks for interest in my profile, blah, blah, should we connect? Second level harvesting is people who interacting with my post, commenting or like it, and we are not connected. And the third one, people who are subscribing to my newsletter. And I will strongly recommend people to create your own newsletters because this is amazing tool. But this week I wrote probably 1 or 2 connection requests. That was it. In the past, I was writing so many I could every day because everything what you see, the amount of followers, everything done by hand. There was no automation, nothing. So this 21,000 followers is all result of a work by hand. There is no, and I hate it. I hate automation. I hate automated messages. And probably that's the reason that the authenticity comes through, because everything is genuine. Václav. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Just that. Thank you so much for sharing that, and for, like, I cannot could not agree more with the automation. I think especially nowadays where you get so many requests, it's just everyone is annoyed, and doing rather less, but maybe a less connection requests or less DMs, but only if it's really like relevant, or if you,
Yes.
what I like to do is if I see a post from a person that I would really genuinely like to interact, and saw a post that was interesting or commented under my last post, that I then send a genuine message referring to the post or to the comment that they left under my post, so you can start a conversation that you really would like to have. Now we have another question from Robert. What stuff is in business to consumer business as a coach? Do you also have Scripe clients that are business to business, like selling software solution to big corporations, for instance? So that would be our case. So we are
It's us.
yeah, so also WhatsApp, if you would like to stop sharing, I guess we've seen a great example of a workflow. We can always go back, and I think you should be able to see my screen again. So Robert, to your question, the cool thing is LinkedIn is the B2B platform and the B2B social media that is most relevant. So you have over 1 billion users that are active on that platform. Most of them are in the B2B space. And the cool thing is only 1% is actively posting. So the chance that you are seen by your target audience is super high. And it's also the platform where you can still grow organically very, very fast. On all the other platforms, which are more B2C, like Instagram or TikTok, it's much harder to grow on an organic level. And if you have a B2B company or B2B business, I would strongly recommend to be active on LinkedIn and to really share what I've just mentioned, share content that is valuable to your target audience and answer their questions. Also, like WhatsApp is doing, I think most of your people are also from B2B companies, and you're not selling your coaching or your service doesn't direct like individual people,
Yes, it does.
but it's also professional.
I do both, but I am mostly B2C, but I have B2B stuff as well. Specifically as the Honorary Consul, one of your tasks is represent Czechia abroad and connect companies to companies. Then it's more B2B, but mostly it's B2C.
Yes. And maybe also to mention on the B2B level, like if you are in that space for quite a long time, the classic B2B playbook is probably that you do cold outreaches and that you do kind of all those things that have been the classic way of B2B marketing. But what we can see now, or what maybe you can also kind of feel a little bit, that it's getting harder and harder for cold calls to get them converted. It's also getting harder to reach them or to reach your target audience through ads because it's just flooded. And on the other hand, more people in buying teams are becoming like younger. So it's more Gen Z and millennials. And I'm also like in the middle of a Gen Z and millennial, and I would never call someone before I do a buying decision. I want to be informed. So I would look at their profiles. I want to get informed on social media. And then I basically already do my decision. And if I am having a call with someone, then it's if he or she is not active on LinkedIn, like I would not find them. So you're already out. I think it's so important if you want to stay relevant in the next couple of years that you build a social media presence. And the best way to do that is through your personal brand, because I would never look at the company page, but rather at the CEO or someone who is involved in the team or the contact person. And that's true for like, of course, not only just me, but we see that just that wave or that movement, why it is so important to be relevant and to be active and to be visible. So that was a long answer to that question.
Yeah, I can, if I could add on it, because I know who was asking this question. Robert is already very well positioned with a huge followership, and he's the master expert voice in his topic. So I think Sky will probably a little bit enhance his work already, because he's producing such a high quality content. But it's everything facts, maybe a little bit of storytelling into it would even enhance it. But he's one of my favorite content creators when it's based on information about pharma.
Fantastic. So also, I love please mute yourself, guys. Thank you. Please, muted. Thank you. Oh, it's funny. So yeah, I also wanted to mention, Vaclav, you're also a personal brand consultant. So if anyone in here wants to get some more insights and tips from him, then I will send all the details on how to reach out to him afterwards. And you will also see it in the next slides. So any last tip or advice, Vaclav, that you would give the people here in terms of building their personal brands, and then we will move over to the big review.
My advice is LinkedIn is marathon and not a sprint. So the one thing which is very important, don't give up too quickly, don't give up too early when you don't see immediate results after 1 month. It takes time, and definitely post regularly. So my schedule is 4 times a week: Sunday evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning, if there is nothing specifically actual on Friday. So I do this 4 times a week. Is completely enough, and 3 times a week would be enough as well. But I have such a great tools that I could post every day. I simply restrict myself.
Love to hear that. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll get some more insights from you also then on the affiliate topic, but I would like to hand it over to Nicole, and it's time for, can you still see my screen? Yes,
We see you.
Wonderful. So it's time for the big reveal of the challenge winner.
Yeah. So first off, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who participated on our first ever affiliate challenge. We got so many amazing submissions. And if you're not an affiliate yet, or if you don't know what that means, just hang on for a little bit and I'll give you a quick intro after the winner announcement. But our first challenge was all about sharing your best LinkedIn tip to the world. So let's roll the drums. And announce the third place winner, who's taking home 150 euros. And that is Kaya. And I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure if she's here. But yeah, Kaya shared a LinkedIn tip that we should all give to other people, which is what Vaclav just said, which is posting consistently will always help you achieve the best results on LinkedIn. That's one of the first things you should know. And that was her advice to everyone. And then in second place,
congrats.
We have Atisha, who's taking home 200 euros for her blog post on how to stay relevant on LinkedIn, where she shared that participating in competitions like this one is another great way to gain visibility on LinkedIn. And you can see she just got presented to 20 people in this webinar. So that is actually a pretty good way to gain visibility for real. So congrats, Atisha. And then in first place, we have Stefan with the best LinkedIn tip of them all, which is your input is what makes content great. And tools like Scripe, we just help you share what you already have to say in the best way possible. So always focus on human first, AI second, only as a tool to reach the best results, because you have everything that you need to say. We are just helping you. So again, a huge thank you, and we will be contacting each winner individually to hand out the prizes. And now, if you're if you're not an affiliate yet, or if you don't know what that means, here's how our affiliate program works. And being an affiliate is you have a special link. So you sign up to our affiliate platform, you get a special link that is individual to you. And then you can add this affiliate link to your content or platforms in several different ways. So most of our affiliates share the link on LinkedIn, but if you have a blog like Atisha, you can also share it in a blog, or you can place it strategically in places that your audience is usually accessing. So whenever someone clicks on that affiliate link, the customer either is directed to the Scripe's website, and then if they become a paid subscriber, we track it, and then you get 20% commission from all of the customers' payments forever. So that is lifetime. And that is how the affiliate program works. And we're also on top of that running constant challenges like this one that we just had. And so on top of your affiliate earnings, you can also get a cash prize like the ones that Atisha, Kaya, and Stefan got today.
And recognition for being
And
amazing.
recognition, yes.
Amazing.
Do you guys have any questions?
On the program, I'll just open the chat. No questions here right now, and it is a very on-point timing, I would say. Any questions?
Oh, I think I received one on the chat. Carrie sent it to me directly if we could provide some prompt in the platform so it makes it easier for affiliates to create posts and meet all of the requirements. The requirements are actually pretty simple. All you have to do is just follow the team and tag Scripe and use your link. So that's all we ask.
And there is also, I think, in the platform, in the affiliate platform, you get some ideas on how to make posts and how other top affiliates have created their posts, some post examples. So there is some good inspiration there.
Yes, absolutely. But if you need any extra help, you can always reach out to us.
Exactly. Great. So no more questions on affiliates or on Vaclav's secret insider tips. Maybe Vaclav, you also can quickly just say on what people can reach out to you. Like you are having so many hats on, but also if there are specific questions, where can you help them best?
I can help them best, for example, if they never ever travel to my homeland, Czechia, so I can supply them with my free insider tips. That's one thing. I can help people to move ahead in their careers. And yeah, what else? I have a training company in Czechia as well. We are doing supply chain training. This is another head, so I have like 5 different heads. That's why I'm bold, because I'm constantly, switching the heads. So if it's about supply chain training, then I can be of help as well. So it's not only career, but training is an important part of the career development. So invest in your training, guys. And where you can reach me, the best is a message on LinkedIn, because I have like 8 different email accounts. And if you send me emails, the great chance is that I miss it. So best way is a LinkedIn message to reach out to me.
And follow him anyways. That's for sure. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being a very interactive group. And the time is already over. We're also running more of those master classes on a regular basis. If you have any requests or like ideas on what topic we could cover, just let us know. And until then, I can only say thank you so much, Vaclav, for joining, Nicole for presenting the affiliate program and the winners, and for making an amazing first appearance here in the webinar. And we'll see you very soon in the webinar, and happy scriping.
Happy scriping, guys. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.